Hi, I'm Jennifer Krafchick. I'm the Assistant Director here at the Sewall-Belmont House Museum on Capitol Hill in Washington, D.C. I've been here for about 10 years and have been Director of Collections here as well, which means that I do all of the exhibits and interpretation, and I manage our historic collection of suffrage and equal rights artifacts. And so our mission is to educate the public about the National Women's Party and the history of this amazing organization. National Women's Party was actually founded as the Congressional Union in 1913. Alice Paul and Lucy Burns worked together with the National American Woman Suffrage Association, and they founded the Congressional Committee, which was designed to lobby for the federal amendment. The National American Woman Suffrage Association didn't have a whole lot of faith in in Alice Paul being able to achieve the federal amendment, so they sent her with $10 to Washington, D.C. and said, "This is your budget, make it work." So the first thing that Alice Paul and Lucy Burns decided to do was to stage a parade. They wanted to have the largest suffrage parade ever held in the United States. And so Alice Paul began working toward that goal, and the idea was that they would hold it the day before President Woodrow Wilson's inauguration, that they would attract all of the crowds that were already in town and then all of these other crowds to the DC area. The most interesting thing about the parade is that Woodrow Wilson arrives at Union Station all ready to greet crowds of people there, and he looks around and there are only a handful of people there, and he says, "Where are all the people?" And they say, "Well, they're down at the march looking at them women." So Woodrow Wilson was not too pleased about that. Meanwhile, down on the parade route, there are all these men and some women as well watching this parade go by. A lot of them were drunk, a lot of them were rowdy, and so the parade eventually broke down. They sort of went into the parade route, people began attacking the floats and the suffragists, and ultimately the Fort Myer Cavalry had to be called in to break up the parade because the police weren't doing their job. One of the things that I find fascinating is that after the parade, the police chief was actually fired as a result because this parade broke down to such a great extent. And so Alice Paul got exactly what Alice Paul wanted, which was publicity.